Students. So this is a list of rules, or maybe better, a way to call it, a list of keys to success that I just came up, really just brainstorming as I approach this virtual learning experience that we're currently have to all go through. And so I just came up with 8 of them. And I don't know how much I'm going to deviate from what I have typed here because I kind of listed these as things that I thought would help you to be successful. And then as I describe them, I just kind of describe them from my own personal advice, so to speak. So I don't know how much I'll be deviating from what's typed here, but I thought I would provide an oral explanation of it anyway, just for those who like to listen or who are good auditory learners. So, I mean, obviously, if you want to be successful in this experience, you need to attend class. And our virtual experience this fall is different from last spring in that there are class times that you are expected to attend. In other words, you're still in school. You're still expected to get up and go to school daily. You'll just be doing it from your home. You'll have scheduled class times across the day, and you'll be expected to attend those. And attendance will be taken for every period, every day. Your success as a student and growth into a mature, successful, and responsible adult that positively contributes to society is negatively impacted each day that you miss class. And I think sometimes what students don't understand is, yes, we're trying to teach you to have success in our courses and to get your diploma and all those things. We're also trying to teach you to be a successful adult, to be successful in life. And so developing really these habits that you see here on this list and other rules and guidelines that we give to you in school will help you be successful in the future as well. Good habits that will help you succeed at whatever job or career or challenges that you take on in life. And if you don't attend class, you're going to fall behind. You're going to struggle to catch up. Now, you may get ill. And hopefully, you won't experience COVID-19, but there are other things that can happen. You could get a cold, and if you're sick during this pandemic, you really do need to rest, and we don't want to infect each other. That's why we're staying home. So you could get sick. There are some acceptable reasons to miss class. Heck, who knows? I may miss class. Maybe I'll have a doctor's appointment or something. These things happen. When they do happen, make sure you communicate. Communicate with your instructor and make up the work as soon as possible. Keep pace. You have one day to make up work for each day missed. Attendance once again will be taken daily. Students are expected to attend class at designated times. Now, with attending class, that should help you to keep pace. Keep pace with the coursework, meet due dates. This is a big problem at Vermilion High School, quite frankly. We have too many students who don't respect due dates and they fall behind, and it causes stress upon them, stress upon their teachers, and stress upon their fellow classmates because they're not contributing as much as you should. If you fall behind in your classes, it is difficult to make up the work and achieve a good grade. More importantly, it will affect your growth and development as a student, and the course can become overwhelming. If you keep pace, the course is a lot easier. It also negatively impacts the other students in the class in terms of your ability to contribute to cooperative activities or class discussions. It hurts the teacher's ability to plan. If students aren't doing their work, then class becomes more routine because you can't be creative if you have a student population that doesn't do the work and doesn't learn the material. Again, if you have to miss, communicate with your teacher and make up the work as soon as possible. If you need help with the work, seek it out and take advantage of any remediation or extra help opportunities that are available. No work will be accepted more than a week late. And I'll be honest, I don't even like doing that. I don't like accepting work late at all because I think it teaches bad habits. It teaches irresponsibility. But we are in a unique situation. All of us are learning new technology. We're in the middle of a pandemic. 2020 has been a tough year. So the administrators want to give us some time to be flexible with students and still to let them know that we understand if things are taking longer than what might be expected due to difficult situations. But at the same time, we want to maintain some sense of responsibility and a high standard. So if you miss an assignment, I'll give you a week to turn it in. After that, it will not be accepted. Communicate. Participate in the live class discussions, and some of us are quieter than others. Believe it or not, I was shy in high school and didn't like to speak up, so I understand that. But think about participating in those discussions, and there'll be ways to participate in which you don't necessarily have to talk as well. You can type in comments and things like that. Email your teachers frequently, particularly when you need help. Download the Remind app. The Remind app is a great app for students and teachers. It's basically an ability to text your teacher. It doesn't reveal our personal information, so we're okay with getting messages from students on our phones through this app. You can text us when you're struggling. You can text us when an assignment's going to be late because you're dealing with some particular stress in your life. You can text us when you need an instruction clarified, a due date clarified. So feel free to do that. Pay close attention to messages that your teacher sends out through email, Google Classroom announcements, Remind, or otherwise. You will probably be receiving multiple messages daily. And sometimes I think that's the most stressful part of this online learning is the number of messages that are received back and forth. The number of messages that I receive can be stressful, and the same thing I'm sure is happening to you. But we have to do our best to deal with it. Be respectful. I don't like to lose my temper. Sometimes I do. I don't know if I will at all during this virtual experience. I hope not. But when I do lose my temper, it's because there's a form of disrespect going on, whether it's disrespect towards a fellow student or towards me, particularly towards those who are working hard. I work hard every day, so I don't like to be disrespected. If another student is working hard and some other student who doesn't care about the material disrespects them, those are the things that can cause me, quite frankly, to get angry because I think that's wrong. So please be respectful towards others. Courtesy goes a long way. Appreciate those who care about you and do things for you. Respect the opinions of others, particularly other students in the class, as well as your teacher. We will be communicating in many ways throughout this process, whether it be through Zoom, Google, comment boards, videos that are posted, or other means. Be respectful of what is said and appreciate the effort and hard work that are put into these multiple ways of communicating. Never talk when a student or teacher is presenting key information or a well-informed opinion. Listen, learn, and wait for your opportunity to speak. Develop or continue to develop a strong work ethic. Some of you already work very hard, and some of you maybe work very hard outside of school, which is what makes getting schoolwork done difficult. And I do understand that. Let me know if that is occurring, and I will be flexible with you. But some of you don't have as good a work ethic as you should. You accept less than your best effort. That is not a good way to go through life and be successful. That is not a good way to earn the respect of others. So develop some sense of a strong work ethic. Take pride in what you do. Pay attention to instructions and assignment requirements. Do your best to meet them. Put time into your work. Never settle for less than your best effort. Seek help when needed. Your work is a reflection of you and what type of person you are. Hard work is still the key factor in a person's success and happiness. I completely understand if history is not your thing, or maybe even if school is not your thing. There are other things that you are more interested in. But I don't understand when people don't put a quality effort into things or just accept not doing a quality effort. That is not good character. All of us in life have to do work that we don't enjoy doing. It's part of being successful. But those who are most successful take pride in all of their work, whether they want to do it or not, because it is a representation of themselves. Let your work be a good representation of you. 6. Be responsible. You are ultimately the key factor in your success. Everyone has obstacles to overcome, and some definitely have more than others to overcome. Make sure that you are doing everything you can to overcome them and avoid making excuses. This does not mean that people, including some of you, do not have some extremely difficult circumstances to overcome, particularly this year. But make sure you are doing your part to overcome them, and communicate and seek help when needed, and things do become overwhelming. Your teachers care about you and want you to be successful. This means that they have to be tough on you at times, but they also understand when times are tough and you are going through a lot. Hard work and communication with those who are there to help often gets people out of tough situations. Students, we definitely understand when you're going through tough times. You may need to communicate with us about that though. We can't read your minds, and we'll be flexible when you're going through tough times, but we don't like excuses, okay? We don't like it when kids just make up excuses to get out of work. So be honest with us. Let us know what you're going through, and we'll work with you. Hard work and communication helps you overcome those obstacles that you may be struggling with. Make good decisions and prioritize. Schoolwork should be a priority. Set aside time to complete it and be dedicated to those times. There will still be time for fun and recreation, but make sure you address the obligations you may have to your family, school, job, and extracurriculars first. Then you will have earned the time to relax and have fun. Make decisions that allow you to meet your responsibilities and become more successful. Avoid those that do not. The biggest problem with a lot of students as to why they're not successful is because they don't put the time in and they spend their time doing things that are fun, and it's okay to do things that are fun, play video games or whatever. But if you're doing that at the expense of getting things done that are more important than that, then you are hurting your chances at success in these important areas, and you are hurting your chances at developing quality relationships in these important areas. Lastly, enjoy your achievement. Deep down, what everyone wants is to simply be happy. Unfortunately, most people do not realize that the key to happiness is hard work and achievement. Typically, this results in improving one's circumstances, but perhaps, more importantly, it results in a sense of pride and accomplishment that causes people to feel good about themselves and confident enough to take on other challenges and continue to improve one's life. This is the mystery of life that most people don't understand. Most people think that being lazy makes them happy or not working makes them happy. That's really not the case. Hard work gives you a sense of fulfillment. It gives you a sense of accomplishment. It gives you a sense of confidence, and it causes you to achieve things and typically makes your life better. People with good lifestyles have often worked hard, so develop that work ethic. Consequences for rule violations may include removal from online session, removal from the online course, office referral, and disciplinary action according to the student handbook.